Yo, Philly fam, I'm back. I'm back. Thanks for tuning in, man, to the live stream. I just want to sit down and have a little conversation with the fans. What's good with y'all, man? What's good? It's Philly. It's Smitty Eagle, man. I'm here. Just want to talk a little bit about the draft. We ain't talked about it in a while. It's starting to get more clear of what people want to do. So let's talk about it a little bit. So right now, Jeffrey Simmons is the topic of discussion. I like Jeffrey Simmons, man, but I don't know if Tennessee is willing to give us anything worth getting. So it's like I just wanted to be, an open closed case, but at the same time, Jeffrey Simmons ain't as young as some of the guys we could get, and people are wondering if he's worth it at 30. But I don't think you get the same talent at 30 that you would get from a guy 25 in the league ready to go. But for my 10th pick, I wanted to go with Bijan. So I got a little clip from Bad Habit Creations that I wanted to play for y'all for real quick. Follow him on YouTube. Subscribe to that because I like that.
I have him on the big board right
It's crazy
now.
how this boy is, man.
Bottom
Look at
line,
that.
Bijan
Going
Robinson.
in, man. Y'all see
If you
that?
want Saquon,
Come on, man.
Bijan's your guy.
See them?
Makes you miss. Most in the FBS
Look how
is
fluent
forced
he is
missed
with
tackles.
movement, man.
Catches the ball out of the backfield.
People calling
And
him
in the
bust,
building,
saying he ain't gonna be what he gonna
everyone
be.
swears by this guy. The way
But
he
Bijan
works,
is
how
real
much of a
good,
teammate
man.
he is to everybody else. I'm telling you,
I'm convinced he could
there's
be the guy,
exceptions
man.
to the rule, Mel.
He could be
And
the guy.
Bijan is one exception to the rule.
I'll
He is
follow
one of the most
Bad
complete.
Habit Creations. I liked that little clip. It's a longer clip. It's probably about 12 minutes or something like that. Long, 10 minutes and 7 seconds. That was only like 47 seconds of him just going off. Like that to me was like real, real creative right there, man. I really just want to say, um, first and foremost, let me give y'all a second right quick. Hey man, my guy Philly the podcast, Joe Castro. He has a GoFundMe. Um, he's trying to go to the draft, man. He did a really good job on performing at the combine. He want to go to the draft. I think we should just go ahead and everybody communicate and I'm gonna put that link in the description so everybody can donate to my guy, get him there because it's an Eagle content creator with the possibility of being at the draft, giving us, you know, pretty much hand to hand, right there on the scene, right there on the spot. That could be real crucial to us growing as a whole community, man. And I just want to get Joe Castro his love, man, and make sure I get that out there. So, hey, look, I'm gonna put the link in the description, and everybody go like my guy, man. Put him up there. He going place. I just wanted to really just keep it real with y'all, man. We in a great position as a unit, as a team. We are in the greatest position that I've seen in the last 30 years. I don't think there's nobody better than us out here, you know. And if there is, somebody gonna have to show me. Because I see a lot of Dak is number one and all this, but I don't understand how he's number one. He ain't did nothing. He not better than one. He went number 4 for a reason. Because he ain't one. There's only one. He the guy. You know. My opinion right now is what Sirianni just told me about this man being working right now in the off season, going hard, putting in effort. He ain't changed just because he went to a Super Bowl. He's actually putting in more effort than he did before. Like, how can you really doubt a person that has that work ethic? You just had a quarterback that signed to a deal before he did, Kyler Murray, who didn't have that. Guess what they put in this thing? That he had to watch film? That he had to be in there studying? The birds, man. We do this, man. It's a hard thing. It's a movement thing, man. It's going down, man. Like, if you understand the situation, you understand where we standing at. You know, we have really been blessed to have the type of talent we have acquired on this team so far in the offseason. Now, whether you believe it or not, we have. It's pretty much insane how fast Howie was able to capitalize. Boom, 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 boom. They might not all be the greatest of pieces. They're great pieces. Like, he really went out there and capitalized and made something happen, man. And you really can't doubt in him, because in the last like 3 or 4 years, he really done put something together after making a mistake in drafting Jalen Reagor and JJ Arthur-Whiteside and Andre Dillard, some of those guys that really wasn't gonna be here, or really we thought were gonna be here, then didn't work out in the long run. They don't. Guess what? He's replaced them with better pieces. Like, we're not just staying stagnant and really just moving in circles. We really got something going on, man, that has built the foundation to be what we needed to be, right? A lot of teams out there ain't really had nothing going on in a long time, right? I just seen something where, like, it's a bunch of teams that got a drought from having winning seasons. We wasn't on the list. The Eagles have been one of the greatest teams in the history of football. And people want to hate us so much and not give us the respect we do, to the point it's like, I don't understand. I'm confused, but I'm also not confused, because it only takes so much for things to get better. So people are looking at us and saying, man, well, the Eagles only got one championship. Okay, that one championship. But what's the significance of greatness of our team over the surmounted time that we've been in the league? We are well respected for being a winning organization without a Super Bowl. Yes, we fell short many times on getting a Super Bowl. But guess what? We got one. Now, if you can build on that and move forward, that one could turn into many. A lot of these teams keep saying they got 5 Super Bowls, right? But if you ask them when the Super Bowls took place, it was in the 90s, right? We didn't have a cap. We didn't even have really a free agency. People were just keeping their players and paying them whatever they wanted to. It was no ifs, ands, or buts. Luffy says we've been dominant in the NFC for the past 2 decades. Exactly. Who really can stop us in the NFC, man? I haven't seen nothing that says we losers. People want to say we losers, right? People want to say we got one championship. Dak Prescott run us. Yesterday, I had to straighten the dude on Twitter, man, because I checked the stats. Jalen Hurts is 0-1 against Dak Prescott. He's 2-2 against Dallas. That don't tell me much, man. That tell me y'all are average. You got an average quarterback who can't make it past the divisional round. He hasn't seen an NFC championship in 8 years. I mean, are we really giving him credit for being a lackluster quarterback who played 12 games last year and led the league in interceptions? Luffy really got me thinking. We have a situation where we could be the most dominant team ever in the NFL history in the NFC. People don't got a lot of respect for Andy Reid as a fan base, right? Because they say he didn't win nothing. He didn't come out and capitalize and dominate and get Super Bowls. There was a stretch where nobody in the NFC could stop him from making it where he wanted to go. He just happened to have players that wasn't committed to the same situation he was. No matter what people want to say about Donovan, in that Super Bowl in 2004, he came out drunk, throwing up on the field. How do you win Super Bowls behind somebody like that? But look at Jalen Hurts. Nick Sirianni said this man is in the building right now, working, putting in as much work as anybody. That shows he's dedicated to winning. When Penny got signed, he said Jalen Hurts reached out. You know what the first words came out of his mouth is? We going to the Super Bowl. I hope you're ready. If you're ready, we gonna win. We was 1 minute and 20 seconds away in a holding call from being Super Bowl champs 2 times. 2 times. 2004, we was one winning drive away from being Super Bowl champs for the first time. But people hold it so close to their heart to hate us, they prefer to see us fall off than see us prosper. It ain't even hard to be, where we are because we making it with Howie. Howie is one of the greatest GMs to ever put his feet on NFL soil. A lot of the GMs that get a lot of credit for being great, they didn't have to work with money. They just had to make sure the player was happy with the organization and the pieces around him. And they could keep them for years. It was a lot of stuff going on people don't even understand. People don't even surround themselves with the mental capabilities of putting together a lot of these teams that got a lot of Super Bowls, like Buffalo, right? They went to 4 Super Bowls back to back, right? They lost all 4 of them, right? How is it possible that we went to the Super Bowl and lost big pieces off our team, but they didn't? Salary cap space. You were able to play players how you wanted to. Now it's changed. But in the past decade, I don't think we've even had more than 2 losing seasons in 10 years. I'm pretty sure we've been to the playoffs 8 out of the 10 years. One of them with a Super Bowl win. One with a Super Bowl appearance. So that's 2 years for sure. We went all the way. People gonna hate us, whatever. Cool. But I don't understand where the hate comes from. And I got friends that's been fans for 30, 40 years, and the only thing they could tell me is we hit Santa Claus with some snowballs. And y'all hate us this much? I don't get it. But back to what I was talking about. My bad about the rant. I'm sorry I done strolled off into memory lane. But Bijan Robinson, bringing him to this team, right? It changes everything. Okay, people want Gibbs or whatever. I've seen, a lot of tape on him too. He's a decent running back. But I need somebody that I can transform to be an all-around running back. Bijan got the size, the weight, the speed. He run with power and finesse. He can catch out the backfield. He block. We can make him more into a dynamic than we could Gibbs because y'all give him the Alvin Kamara comparison. Alvin Kamara without the ball in his hand isn't really a dominant specimen on the field. He can make you commit. But look at the past 2-3 years without his duo. When Mark Ingram left, I didn't get the same impact of Alvin Kamara. So I want to bring in a guy that's closer to a Saquon, that's closer to a Zeke, a Derrick Henry, a Nick Chubb. I want that guy. I'm not saying Gibbs isn't the guy, but my faith right now from the eye test of watching the film, which I know you can't compare college to NFL, it looks like Bijan is the guy and Gibbs is the close second. Now, if you need a running back that's going to just be, pretty much running, receiving, you don't really need him in the blocking scheme of the passing game, then Gibbs is your guy. We got a quarterback that with the RPO, and then you take Gibbs, he might be deadly. Put Bijan in that same. The defense has to adjust for his power running game. Now you off balance. Now you got people scrambling. So then you're in a situation where Bijan can block now. He can catch that extra blitzer on an RPO. I'm not expecting a dude like Gibbs, who's a little bit smaller in size, to catch those blocks. Let's see what you say, Luffy. Be able to trade 30 for Simmons and draft Bijan at 10. We are looking even better than last year. Exactly. Now, I had an argument earlier, Luffy, with a guy, right? He told me I was crazy. He said, why would you go get Simmons? He 25. He gonna need a new contract. You gotta pay him, right? And I say, okay, but I could put Simmons in with my young D tackle and Milton Williams. He can help them boys and stride them to be better, right? And last year, our downfall at the beginning of the season was the middle of the line. We had to go get Linval and Sue. You put Simmons in there with his ability to rush the passer on top of stuff to run. Then you bring Bijan in at 10. The sky is the limit. The only other thing I want to do, Luffy, is bring in a third receiver that can give Quez a little fight. He ain't gotta be, a top, second round or third round pick. He could be late round pick, but he got a lot of upside. Play a little football. You put him in there, he might can juggle something, man. Cox is supposed to been going this year, Luffy. The only reason we brought him back is because we ain't had nobody else to bring back. Let's just be real. We ain't had nobody. Who else was we gonna sign? It was a few people like Sheldon Rankins and all them guys, but you rather have Fletcher at that point. I thought Fletcher was going this year. I thought BG was a possibility, and I thought Jason Kelce was his own decision. Fletcher should have been gone already, but respect the situation because we need D tackle help. Him being in the rotation is gonna work out a little bit better for us. I don't really see him being too much of a problem unless something happened where he paying 70% of the snaps again like he was last year, and then he go to complaining in front of the public. I mean, that right there alone just don't make sense to me. I mean, the only thing about it that I was surprised about really was probably Bradbury. Cause I didn't see us signing Bradbury back. I thought Bradbury was gonna go get that bag. Like he was in a predicament where he had just played probably the best of his career, and he could have went out. And then when he came back, I was surprised. And then to find out the news I found out about CJ, that he really didn't even contact Howard and give him a chance to match the deal. Dude, you could have been in a great situation, man. And this is my last time talking about dude. He's a Detroit Lion, so he's not gonna get no more play on an Eagle podcast unless we play Detroit in the playoffs, and I hope we do. I want to embarrass them as a whole organization. But that's just because the dislike I got for CJ because he disrespected my quarterback. And we equals. We don't take that. That ain't lightly. You feel me? One is the one. Like, I don't even know. Like, to me, the dude Nicholas Morrow that we just picked up, he a lot for me for linebacker, man, with Nakobe Dean. And I played Nakobe Dean in the middle, undersized and all. I don't even care. Put him right out there. Let him rock out because I don't think there's nobody out there that can stop him. That dude is mean. He ready for it. He redshirted the whole year. He was sitting on the sideline looking hungry. Put him, Jordan Davis, Sweat. You got Hassan Reddick. You got Bradbury. And guess what? I put Avonte Maddox at safety and put Greedy at slot. Then you got three of the longest corners in the league. Where you going to throw the ball at? We play zone, so it ain't like you got to play a lot of man. We play a lot of zone because it's a passing league. That alone could give us the upper hand. That dude right there, he's 6'2", long arms, fast. He just ain't got the hips to be in the slot a lot. But if you could work him in and get him right, man, hey, look, I'm telling you, this could be one of those situations where we could be playing people all over the field. I don't know if Reed Blankenship a good cover corner at the time. Right now, he could be, could not be. We're gonna find out. OTAs. I don't want to hear about Blankenship out there getting burnt out, crispy chicken. I don't want to hear it because I want somebody that's gonna go out there and play man up. If you gotta play, I need you to be out there. The reason I ain't have too much love for Marcus Epps, because you put that boy 1-on-1 with anybody on the field, and then they liable to come open. He couldn't cover his shadow with a blanket. He said, I was seeing that Greedy gonna play outside in situations where Slay moves to the slot and follow no one receiver. Like, now that'd be, hey Luby, that'd be crazy. Cause Slay can play. He got the speed to play slot. Now you move Maddox to safety, you move Slay to slot, you move Greedy to the 1 or the 2 with Bradbury. Boy, listen, I don't care who you got. If we can, that's that's like a rotating clock, man. If we can put people in places and play them like that, that could get crazy. Like I'm I'm not astounded because I really knew I like the Greedy coming out. I thought we was gonna pick him up, because we was in cornerback hell at the time with Rasul Douglas and all them boys, but it didn't work out like that. So we ended up letting him go. But boy, he long, man. He agile. I think our defense could possibly be better than last year. Cause figuring out that Gannon only blitzed 9.5% of the time, and the last time the side was a defensive coordinator, he blitzed 22.6. I haven't really watched Justin Evans yet, bro. So I gotta look at that. But I definitely don't want Josiah Scott on the field. I definitely don't want him on the field. Last time I seen him get on the field, CD Lamb put the belt on him, straight turned him into the ground turkey meat, man. I no. I would, yeah, I definitely take boy Josiah Scott, boy. Kavon Wallace. I mean, that's the other backup safety. I don't know where you at on him. But he might have to play some of them snaps. I don't know about that though. Yeah, we got less at the D line, more at that DB. Yeah, I agree with you on that, and less probably at linebacker. But do you think we'll bring in another linebacker or another D lineman? I mean, other than Justin Simmons, do you think it's another guy out there that we can bring in, to make an impact? 'Cause right now, I mean, to me, it's draft or bust with bringing more players in. I would really like to see if we don't get Simmons, then it's obviously Carter, and then I hope we play aggressively and move up from 30 to get Bijan. But I seen somebody draft report earlier, man. It was looking real crazy. We took like Nolan Smith at 10. Like I was talking last night on the Jan app with shout out Philly Mike, Philly Talk Podcast. I was on there with him last night, and dude was like, "Man, I like Nolan Smith at 10." I'm like, Nolan Smith at 10 is too high. That's way too high. Way too high. Like I don't see him. I don't see him at 10. Maybe not even 30. I'll take him at that second round 62. Like he really ain't. I don't know. To me, he not the guy. But I think we're in a good situation. You know what I'm saying? As far as DB depth, because even Terrell Edmonds, he could play in the box. If you want to run a 3-4, bring down Terrell Edmonds as an extra linebacker, so if you get into trouble, you could play. It could be crazy. We keep 30. I would maybe. Maybe. What does that mean we took Bijan at 10? I mean, if we took Bijan at 10 and then Nolan Smith was the last of the big names left at 30, and it's possible I would take him at 30. But what does that? I mean, what does that entail? Is Kalijah Cansey going too? Because I've heard he could be a late round pick. If he is, then that would be excellent. Okay, so Bijan at 10. So what's your take on Gibbs then? Because I mean, I like Bijan at 10 too, but I've been going to Twitter war with another Eagles fan about Gibbs, and he said Gibbs the better running back. But I don't know if you seen that clip I played earlier. I'm gonna put it on for you right now. I like him better, man. I ain't gonna need a lie to you. Let me play this little clip for you one more time. I know everybody else seen it, but I'm gonna play it again.
Bijan Robinson is certainly first-round caliber. I think he's top 10 caliber. I have him on a big board right now at number 8.
Bottom line, Bijan Robinson. If you want Saquon, Bijan's your guy. Makes you miss. Most in the FBS and forced missed tackles. Catches the ball out of the backfield.
His balance,
in the building,
like he's so
everyone swears by this
he
guy.
off
The
balance
way he
running
works, how much of a teammate he is to everybody else.
That tells you enough.
I'm telling you, there's exceptions to the rule, Mel, and Bijan is one exception to the rule.
He is one of the most complete.
That dude crazy, man. Like that's wild. Like I see him like stumbling, drop his head, boom, run him over. Like whoa. Like he ridiculous, man. Like I don't get how he even got in that situation, but that dude. I looked at his stats, right? So they say he got a lot of mileage on him, right? But he only had 258 carries for 1,500 yards. Then he had 19 receptions for 314 yards. Like that's crazy. To have 1,800 yards, that's crazy. He had some stats, man. And then the year before that, he had like 180 carries. And the year before that, he had 86. So for them to say he got mileage, I don't think he got as much mileage as people really think. Like, I'm willing to take a chance on a dude like that because he in a great predicament. Like, what? Like, crazy. Man, the man was falling. He ain't got he barely had feet on the ground. Put his hand, dropped his head, boom, get out my way. I'm going. And then got up and continued for what, 15 more yards. Dude is an animal, man. Bijan with Jalen Hurts, with Devontae Smith, with AJ Brown, Dallas Goedert, with a little bit of Gainwell sprinkled in, a little Penny sprinkled in, a little Calcaterra, a little Stall. And look. And I would put B. Scott on kick return and put Devin Allen on punt return. The only thing you got to find out is who gonna kill you first. Cause boy, that's a hell of a offense. And I don't know if Quez gonna be there. I'm not all upon how people are like, hey, let's cut Quez and send him home. Nah. Look, bring in somebody that's a little bit better than Zach Pascal from last year. Put him at fourth receiver and let him fight for it. If he win it out, he win it out. If he lose, he lose. But at the time, just you got to give him a chance, man. You got to give him a chance. I really feel like you got to give him a chance to fight for something. Because last year, I felt like him coming in, his only competition was Greg Ward and Zach Pascal. And then Greg Ward came in late, if I'm not mistaken, and then he ended up stuck on the practice squad. So it wasn't really a fight. If we draft Bijan, would you trade Gainwell? That would mean we have Bijan, Penny, Scott, trade Gainwell. I don't know how I feel about Trey Sermon, the trade Gainwell. I only seen the man, 4 carries last year against one team, against Tennessee. He played pretty well. I don't know if I would trade him out. I probably would just let Gainwell play because he cheap. And then I don't know if this what he got 1 more year on his deal or this last year on his deal. No, we got 1 more year. 1 more year on his deal. Probably cut Trey Songz. Then I would have, because I don't think Scott gonna play that much running back. He gonna play 2 games a year. He gonna play against the Giants, and that's gonna be about it. But I don't know. Gainwell, I don't think I could cut him or trade him because what's his value right now? The running back value, receiver value, all that is diminished right now. You probably get a 7th round pick for Gainwell, maybe 6. I don't think you get much out of Gainwell. You'll get probably more out of trading Penny before the trade deadline. You probably get more from adding, you know what I'm saying, if Penny was to have a great season up until that point, and then you've seen him probably on the, a good little stretch, but he wasn't really the star back. You was able to move him, boom, you move him out. That'd be perfect. But trading Gainwell, to me, it don't make sense. I like to see Devin Allen fight for wide receiver 3. He's just as fast as he was and has deep touchdown play last year. I think the only reason he didn't get a shot is because he hadn't played in 3 or 4 years before we brought him in, right? He 28, he pretty much a rookie. I mean, this year I think he might have an opportunity though. But I would like to see him first and foremost get some of that special teams with his Olympic speed. Put him back there and let him burn some people because he got the speed. I've seen his track, and boy, he running. Do you think his hands is good enough in game though? That preseason is cool, but what about his hands in game? Is he gonna be able to catch those contested passes that Quez Watkins against Dallas was getting muscle for? I mean, it's all cool until you got a defender on the other side and he playing real good defense one-on-one. Yeah, I thought he should have had one last year. Brenton Covey was not doing it. Brenton Covey was a crash test dummy. He was getting waxed. But Howie Miyagi gonna make it happen, man. Just trust me. Mr. Howie Miyagi, he might bring in somebody else. We don't even know. I think if you haven't watched him yet, Luffy, go look up Nathaniel Dell, Tank Dell Jr. from Houston. Bring him in as the wide receiver 3 in the 3rd or 4th round. It could be crazy. That dude right there is real legit. He a route runner. He fast, but he just small. I don't got no problem with small. Smitty was small. Smitty still small. Smitty going to get deep balls, head tapping people. After the Washington game, I ain't care nothing about him being small no more. That boy paid 6'5". It ain't nothing wrong with how he play, man. I'm legit. Hey, I seen his workout tape. That boy got some feet, man. He remind me of an Ocho Cinco with his footwork. He's so precise. He don't miss a step. Boop, 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 I'm gone. And the only thing is he was at Houston. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really care about Houston. Even though they've been decent last few years, they ain't really been top tier like that. Yeah, I think that 2nd round pick probably going to be O-line. If we take both of the 1st round picks, that 2nd round pick be O-line, and that 3rd round pick probably be wide receiver 3. Because I forgot. I keep saying 4th round, but we ain't got no 4th, 5th, or 6th round. We straight thugging it out. We 1, 2, 3, 7. But I think it's gonna be a trade in there somewhere where we get some draft capital. Whether it's I think we're gonna trade back at 10 though. I don't think we're gonna sit at 10 and take Bijan at 10. I think we take Bijan at 14. Because somebody gonna want Will Levis, the last quarterback that'll be on the board. I think they're gonna overpay us to move to that 10th spot. The same way Chicago ended up last year the year before last with Justin Fields. I really feel like somebody gonna be sitting on the outside. They're gonna see a team coming up willing to make that trade, and then they're gonna leapfrog us to get up to the 10. We're gonna be all right. Avant who, man? I ain't watched him yet. You say Tank too small? I mean, I don't know if he that small. I don't think he that small. I mean, hey, look, if you small, I just need you to play big. I don't care if you're 5'8". If you play like you're 6'4", we can work with something. You gotta send me his name so I can see who you talking about, bro. I'm gonna look at some of that tape. I want to see what he looking like. I'm not opposed to anybody at wide receiver 3. If you can give me a better option, I'm taking better options too, man. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out, who could come in and give Quez a run for his money. Well, he just not penciled in at 3. Because I feel like if he penciled in at 3, he's not gonna put in the work he need to get better. Like last year, I felt like he regressed so bad, and I think it was more of somebody stepping in and putting him at 3 because he thought he was gonna be 2. Now I need somebody to come put some pressure on him, and if he want his spot at 3, he gonna have to work. So yeah, hey, Twiz Jigger, send me that, bro. I wanna see you talking about, bro. I definitely wanna see that. I definitely wanna see that. Hold on, Luffy. You said you could see us trading back at 30. What's the purpose of us trading back at 30? What we going at 30? We gonna move back into the second round? I can see that because it's basically a second round pick. Oh, he used to play for us. I don't know, man. I kind of want somebody new. If he played for us before, he ain't work out before. I do want a little shifty dude though. That's why I'm so big on Tank. Like, you put him in that slot, let him work, he could be like an Edelman. Yeah, because another first round pick popping up again, man. It could, yeah. Depending on how he work out. If he play out good, it could be expensive for us. But listen to other people talk. They're saying Bijan would only be a 5-year rental. Yeah. Okay. Twiz said he was for sure handed, and we got Smitty to take the top off the D. Yeah, Smitty did show a lot of that last year. I was surprised because I seen him running so many of those small routes early in the year. To see him at the end of the year running those big routes down the field, I was like, oh man, Smitty really attacking people. Like, he going at the DBs full force. And he a crisp route runner. So that Heisman Award winner ain't no joke. And he got up there. He put the top on a few of them. And he can really finesse you. So he can take the top off your D, then come back and be playing straight up, running small routes. Like, that's the part about it to me. Like, it's crazy. But Twiz and Luffy, who we picked up that you guys think is gonna be a real impact player for us next year, man? Because I really like that Nicholas Morrow dude, man. He really showed me something. I seen a highlight tape of him covering Jalen Waddle 1-on-1. He locked that boy up. I was surprised. I was like, whoa, he showed me something different because I ain't seen too many linebackers, man. Definitely. That's not an easy feat for a wide receiver to get that. It's usually a running back / quarterback driven type thing. I ain't even really seen too many receivers get it. Like, for him to get that boy was eating that year too. That boy was eating. I mean, I watch. I'm married to an Alabama fan, so I watch a lot of Alabama football. He's my favorite player then, and I'm a Florida State fan. I almost was jealous that he ain't come to my team. I was jealous. I was like, dang, this dude Smitty, he amazing. Like, dude is an animal. He's getting better. Like last year, we changed to that running offense. You remember at the beginning of the year, we were struggling to get offense going. Then we kind of went to the running. Like, I thought he was gonna be one of those guys that wasn't able to really be dynamic. And then all of a sudden, this year, boom, light switch. He went from like being regular to So you think it's a twist? So you think Morrow from T.J. Edwards is a downgrade? But you got to think he not here to replace T.J. He not here to replace T.J. He gonna be here playing the spot of Kaiser. I think Nakobe Dean gonna be playing the Mike. So what do you think Morrow compared to White is though? Because I don't think he gonna play middle. From what I seen his coverage skills, he's an ex safety. I don't think he gonna play. I don't think he gonna play a lot of Mike. I think he gonna play a lot of coverage. Yeah, see, he gonna be in the coverage. He gonna play more Kaiser role, and uh, I think what's the call gonna be playing. Gonna be playing this spot. So I think it's I think Morrow was here to replace Kaiser, and Nakobe Dean gonna play the other spot. Yeah, I think so too, Luffy. It's gonna be crazy though. It's gonna be crazy though. Like I could see it going. I could see it going crazy. Like our defense could be so much more dynamic. So hearing Nick Sirianni, how y'all feel about Nick Sirianni saying he pretty much sat down with the side for the last few, and you know what I'm saying? Okay, he said. So Twizzy said not a downgrade even. Okay. I mean, I don't know. It depends. Like I really think Sean Desai could be the difference maker. Nobody can tell me different. Jonathan Gannon cost me a Super Bowl. You can say it was Jalen Hurts fumble. Guess what? We still in the halftime up 10, even with that fumble. So it's not even like we was in a crucial situation where we wasn't up or we were fighting to get back in the game. He had put us in a great position, man. I don't know if anybody else sit back and think about it, but every day I think about Bradbury not getting that holding penalty and Jalen Hurts getting the ball back with a minute and 20 seconds left and 2 timeouts. To me, that's a win. Every time I watch that mic'd up, unscripted, and I hear Nick Sirianni say, if you get us a stop, we're going to win this game, my heart started pounding because I really believe we're going to win that game. And I know we're going to lose. I know we're going to lose. I don't know if anybody else feel that way, but every time I watch it, I know we're going to lose, and I still have hope that Jalen Hurts is going to come out with the dub because I got so much faith in one. Guess what? I had the same faith in Carson Wentz. And I ain't ashamed to say it because everybody 2017, 2018 season, can't nobody tell me that they didn't have faith in Carson Wentz. I was even arguing with people like, man, he should be MVP. I don't know. I'm kind of weirded out by that too. I don't know. I'm ready to see what he got to say though. I'm ready to see what he got to say. I'm hoping that he I don't know. That's crazy to me, Twiz. I ain't really thought about it like that because I ain't really paid no attention that he hasn't come out and did no press conference. Dang, but we gonna, that's small things. That's something that maybe it happen a little later. Do you think do y'all think he has input on putting players out there? Because a lot of these players played in schemes that look like his. Twiz, for me, I feel like you add Bijan, right? You put Bijan in that Super Bowl game against the Chiefs, right? And this is how I sold myself on him being my pick. You put him in that Super Bowl game. Is it 30? Do we score 35 or do we score 45, 50? I feel like Miles wasn't the answer. Miles had 7 carries, 16 yards. 7 carries, 16 yards. I'm pretty sure you put Bijan in there, he at least got 10 carries, 45, maybe 35. I don't. Thank you. Somebody said it. Miles and Kenny were nowhere. They wasn't nowhere to be found. The Bijan train is so we could take a little pressure off the defense. Our D was the reason for losing. But if you can compensate their incompetence that game, if you could have compensated with a little bit more offense, a little bit more running offense, because our passing offense was superb. They don't get the ball back. They might not even see the ball that last possession. They might not even see the ball. They might go out 35-31. Eagles win. We gave them the ball. Boom. They go down and strike us in the head. I just feel like Bijan changes all that. And hey, listen, LeGarrette Blount, that playoffs, he led the league in touchdowns in the red zone. Where I mean, Miles had been silent the last 3 weeks of that year. He didn't really do nothing against the Giants. He played all right. He played decent. Kenny Gainwell had a good game against San Fran. We just murdered them. I don't even really know what to say about that. They still hating. They still mad. They telling me on social media how Christian McCaffrey finna have his best game against us in history. I don't see it. Especially if we get Justin Simmons. I want to see 98 on the line. Hey, Howie Miyagi, help me out, man. Do something, man. Wax on, wax off. Get him in here. But that boy averaging what? 7 sacks a season. He getting like 8 tackles for loss. Like, that's 15 tackles in the backfield by a D tackle, a big boy. You bring in Joseph for another season, and we might be rocking. And I don't even need Joseph to play but like 15% of the snaps. I want to give Jordan Davis, I want to give Milton Williams and Justin Simmons majority of the snaps. Majority of the snap. Matter of fact, I want to give the Titans Barnett. If they'll take him, I want to ship him up out of here. Because I don't even want to take the chance of having a heartache that he going to give me by getting false starts whenever the hell he offside encroachment on the defense whenever he want to. That dude is a liability, man. I don't even understand how he's still on our team. I guess you get hurt, they keep you for a little longer. I'm assuming, you know. Hey, both of y'all boys, man. I also want to say thank y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to say I appreciate it just for the interaction. I don't care if it's one of us. If it was zero in here, man, I would appreciate anybody that came and watched it afterwards, man. Anybody that watched this video after I get off here, man, I just want to say thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I know I'm just starting, but y'all rock with me, man. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get greater later. I swear to you. 0. I don't know, man. I don't know. 0. That's a hellified number, 0. I don't know. Maybe Terrell Edmonds come in with the 0 and hit you. Yeah. Cause he plays so hard. I would love it, man. Yeah, man. Hey, look. Hey, Luffy, I don't know how old you is, man, but I've been loving this, man. Hold on, who that? What he said? Gonzalez? So, okay, Twiz, with that being said, right here, you're going to lead me to the next thing I want to talk about. I was just going to ask that question. Would you be willing to take a player at 10 that you don't necessarily need, that you're willing to sit for a year? I'm almost willing to if you know what I'm saying, if everything else off the table. Now, if you telling me Jalen Carter gone, Will Anderson, Devin Witherspoon, all them boys gone. You know what I'm saying? If all them gone, Bijan gone, Christian Gonzalez sitting there in my face. I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to do that because you don't know what you're getting out of Slay and Bradbury after these 2 years up. And then it might be a situation where do you really trust Zach McPherson to get on the field? Do you trust Josiah Scott? Do you trust Josh Jobe? Do you trust any of them to step on the field and play any significant amount of minutes for anybody on the field? God forbid any of them boys get hurt. Are you willing to take a chance and play any of them boys significant amount of minutes? See, because unlike a lot of Eagle fans, me personally, I'm trying to go get one of these again. I'm trying to go get one of these again. So taking Gonzalez. Right. Understandable. Look, I've been okay with the 5-year rental for a minute. But if he was gone, Gonzalez is a great pick. Even though my guy is Devin Witherspoon. I don't think Gonzalez got the swag, but I think he get around Slay. He get around, some of these guys that's on our team that got a little bit of that it factor. He could be that guy. See? Andre Dillard is the perfect example of what happens when you redshirt. Andre Dillard redshirted, got his spot took, and now he's not even here. He's not even here. He gone. Yeah. Hey, look. You came Jim Johnson. You didn't really catch. You caught a little bit of Buddy. You caught that Jim Johnson era though, where we was killing people. You caught that Jim Schwartz. You really understood the Jim Schwartz era. Like, I mean, I don't think we'll ever have defenses like that again. It's too much of a passing league. It's too much of let me throw it 45 times for that to happen. If we was able to get those type of defenses back and keep pressure on people, oh my God. Look, Twiz, you 37. Just imagine Jim Johnson with the defense we just lost. That man would have had 80 sacks, 85. It'd have been complete overload on these people. It would have been complete overload on these people. I don't think nobody would have been able to compete, man. It'd have been complete overload. Right now, we in a great position though. Greedy is gonna definitely be my guy to watch because I had a lot of upside for him coming out of the draft. Then when we didn't get him, I was like, we ended up still being messed up. Years later, look where we at. You here, Mariota here. I think Mariota was a great pickup. People ain't gonna give Mariota the props he deserved, but I think Mariota was a good pickup. Minshew wasn't a great backup for us because he don't run the same type of offense that Jalen Hurts do. He need a little bit different. He need a little bit more mentorship and a little help. He gonna need things changed up and switched over. He is exactly what he need to be with Shane Steichen in Indianapolis. They can go over there and be happily married together. Now Shane Steichen ain't one I wanted to lose. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. But if you took Minshew with you, y'all can go over there and have fun. At Jonathan Gannon, I can't wait for you to come to the link. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Hey, listen. I wanted Rex. I wanted Lovie Smith for a little while. Both of them picks with me would have been great. But I give Sean Desai a little bit of recognition because he played with he coached under Vic Fangio, he coached under Pete Carroll, and both of them boys gave him high praise for his ability to understand the defense and deploy in the perfect scenarios. So me personally, I'm gonna give him a break. But Rex, man, that could have been crazy. Listen, I'm trying to drop 100 on Gannon next year. I'm trying to break the record. I'm trying to break the scoreboard. Hey, I'm trying to put numbers on the scoreboard For no reason. I'm trying to, hey, fourth quarter, 3 minutes. I want somebody to walk over there and be like, you remember how you cost us the Super Bowl? We finna show you what we cost you and just beat him to death. I want him to walk out of there with his head low. I want him to reconsider being a head coach ever again in his life. I don't never want him to be our DC again. See, I don't want this to be a revolving door like New England, where you go out and you suck and then we bring you back. Nah, find you a new job, Gannon. The only person that's welcome back here is Shane Steichen. Nah, I ain't with it. I wanna bust the brakes off of him, boy. Hey, look, I like Kyler Murray, but if he there, I want to give him the same business. I don't know how good he gonna be, but I want to give him the same business. But I ain't taking no prisoners next year. After what I heard about my quarterback being all season, he working hard right now. Listen, my emotions in the gym. You hear me? My emotions in the gym right now. They working out. They trying to get better. Cause guess what? We going back to the Super Bowl. Anybody want to clip that? Clip it. We are going back to the Super Bowl, and Jalen Hurts, number uno, is gonna win this time. You're not taking that L, bro. We're not taking that L again, bro. And look, you want me to go farther, Luffy? I want it to be the Kansas City Chiefs again. Because it'll taste the same. It would taste better. It ain't gonna taste the same if I go play some other team like Buffalo or Miami, somebody. No, I want to play the Kansas City Chiefs again. We play them in the regular season. I understand that. It don't feel the same in the regular. I want to play them boys in the Super Bowl, and I want Jason Kelce to give Travis Kelce that same hug he got at the end of the game. I want that boy to tell my boy to go celebrate. I gotta get that. Listen, a rematch would be the dopest. Listen, you know why 2017 feels so good? Most fans ain't gonna tell you this. Anybody that was alive for 2004, 2017 felt good because it was New England. We had already lost to them boys one time. It felt better to play them the second time because we had played them the first time. It wouldn't have been as the same as now. You know what I'm saying? Because 2017 was a whole different team. But for the organization, the fan base, for us as a people, we felt better because we beat Tom. Now we could be like, we 1-1. You ain't just mud dog us. We was able to get a run in. It felt better, dog. Like Alabama when they beat Clemson. And Deshaun Watson came back the next year, ran it back and won. He felt better by beating them boys. He felt better about that. So, not to get it twisted, man. You know, I don't want to keep y'all boys too long. I appreciate both of y'all boys for sitting in with me, man. Hey, I'll be back in a couple of days. Because guess what? In a couple of days, I'll be coming back to talk to y'all about Justin Simmons, man. But, hey, we out. Appreciate y'all. Love. Hey, Philly fan, you know what it is. I'll be back.